game plan was simple and brutally efficient.
Hit him in the face over and over and over and over again until they quit. And when they quit, hit them again and again and again and again.
I mean,
Victory Monday. We're here.
is this Overreaction Monday today? Is it
Overreaction
Monday?
Overreaction Monday. Hell yeah.
It's Victory Monday.
Hell yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
My boys, let me get the particulars out of the way before we get started.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shots Fired Podcast DFW. As usual and as always, you got your boy Big Joe.
You got your boy Julio the Don.
And the super duper producer, Jay.
Oh, my boys. Joe Stradamus
No,
strikes again.
no,
I don't know about all that, but yeah.
I told you. I told you.
no.
Say it again.
They're coming
Say it
to
again.
Dallas. We're putting at least a 10-point lead on them. At least we're beating them by 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did call a 40 burger, and I will admit we came up a little short, but that's all right, bro. 33-13. I told y'all we barely lost to Philly, and I was like, you know what? I seen everything I needed to see. I told you, bro, we're gonna beat them by at least 10, and it's gonna be bad. And we dominated offense, defense, special teams, coaching. It was a beat down all around. And
All
me,
the way around.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Why?
Mm-hmm.
We number 2 seed in the NFC, number 1 in the NFC East. Now we still got some games to play.
Yes, don't forget about that.
But we ain't worried about all that. We worried about today. And today, we number 1 in the NFC East, baby. Jay, I'm gonna start with you, bro. Give me your thoughts, fam. What were your thoughts on the game yesterday? Because you was talking some smack
I was talking smack because of the whole 40 burger thing. I was like, there's no way we're gonna do that. But it came close. I'll give you that. We played well. I'm happy to see Dak played well again. I mean, hats off to Brandon Aubrey. I think that's his name. Kicker.
Aubermatic.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I mean, don't ever bet against that guy. That's can't miss. And I mean, I don't know how
30,
many.
fam? 30 for 30. Now he did miss 3 extra points this year, but 30 for 30 on the field goals?
I mean, field goals, I'll take over extra points any day. So it is what it is.
Because he is who he is.
Yeah. Like I said, Dak played well. Defense played well. Held them to 13.
Gave up no points defensively.
Yeah, no touchdowns. So, you know, I'm proud of the way they played. Could it have been better? And the points probably would have been 54-13 or, you know, something more. If there weren't drop catches and Dak forcing a few passes, but it was a great game. I had no complaints. I wasn't rooting for the Eagles, but I wanted Joe to be wrong so bad.
Joe Stradamus can't miss.
No, you can miss. You've missed before. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh my Lord.
But here's the thing, Jay, and I can appreciate. Hey, I want Joe to be wrong. Like I get it. When you're right a lot, it's like, bro, when are you gonna miss? And I missed on the 40 burger. I'll admit that. But here's what I'm saying. and this goes back weeks. I've been saying, bro, I never been more confident in a win than this one all season. I never wavered from that because I know what we do to them at home. We were healthy. They were coming off an ass whooping from San Francisco.
Yeah, but
had 10 days rest.
Yeah.
I mean, we had everything in our favor. There was no doubt in my mind.
But you
we would have whooped them anyway. Whoop that trick.
But you did say that there was, those are built-in excuses if we lost this game that they had,
No, if they lost the game.
No,
if they lost the game, that was going to be the built-in excuses. Philly just played San Francisco. They're all beat up.
But they are.
Philly's playing a third opponent that's come off of 10 days rest.
But is that facts?
What else do you want to give them?
But is that facts? That's facts, though, right?
Yeah. And what else is facts? We number one in the East.
For now.
We number one in the East. That's
for
facts.
Now. Don't. For now. Don't.
That's facts.
Don't jinx us.
Look, and we're gonna throw out facts. That's facts.
Do not jinx us, okay? The curse is almost gone.
Hey,
don't jinx us, bro.
Putting Jimmy in the Ring of Honor is making everything right, bro.
But it hasn't happened yet, so just
gonna happen on the 13th.
Let's wait. Let's wait and see what happens.
Just saying. Julio, what about you, my brother? What are your thoughts on that game?
What can I say except for how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys, man? And again, I was always called the crazy super fan, just always positive about the Cowboys. But I can finally sit here and go, what you got to say now? What you going to say? What excuse are you going to give the Eagles? Because, they lost to us. What excuses are you going to give them? And again, Joe just mentioned a couple of things that everybody's already talking about now, whether it be they just came off of a ass beating from San Francisco, whether it be, they've only had 10 days rest, whatever the case may be. Now you're looking at an Eagles team that has, quote unquote, the easiest schedule to close the season. And everybody's like, hey, if they win out, they're still up there. They're still ranked up there. But when we were beating all these bum-ass teams, it wasn't good enough. But now that the Eagles get to do it at the end part of their season, it's like, oh, man, everybody's looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on. I don't hear nobody talking shit now after we waxed that ass, because that's what we did. We waxed that ass this week, and I love it. I love it.
just being devil's advocate, though.
Oh my God!
Look, I just want to, looking back at our schedule, right? Looking back at our schedule, were those teams top tier teams? Let's be real. Besides San Francisco and Philadelphia, were the other teams that we played top tier? You don't know
who's going to be top tier until you play them, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. We talk about the Giants. The Giants came off a playoff appearance last year, and everybody was up on the Giants. Oh, the Giants made the playoffs. They're going to be better this year. They re-signed Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, and
trash team.
We beat the tar out of them twice.
Trash.
The Jets defense. That's a great defense.
Lost Aaron Rodgers.
Even with Zach Wilson, that defense is great.
Trash.
Starched them. Oh, that defense ain't no good. Then somebody else, if you look at how that defense has played other top tier quarterbacks, they ain't doing what we did to them. So talk all the shit about how the Jets suck that you want offensively, but defensively, ain't nobody made them look as bad as Dak and the Cowboys have.
Nope.
The Chargers, Justin Herbert, he's the next coming of who knows who. He's going to be great.
Who said that shit?
Beat him. 49ers.
When you ask
Cardinals,
right
bro,
now,
trap game, we lost. That's our mess up. And you know what?
That was
if
our
it ends
mess
up
up.
biting us in the ass, we deserve that because we should have showed up and we didn't.
Right.
Yep.
No excuses here in Cowboys land. There's no excuses.
Nope.
Because you know what? We don't take no excuses. We don't give no excuses. We got beat.
Mhm.
We got beat. Were they the better team? That day they were. Just what it is.
Any given Sunday.
Any given
Yep.
Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Now, the Eagles got to play the Cardinals. I think they'll beat them. They got to play the Seahawks. I do believe the Seahawks can beat the Eagles.
Yep.
I sincerely do.
The Seahawks almost beat us. So yeah,
Yep.
They were competitive with the Niners too, but that's their division game. So
Mhm.
and then they played the Giants twice. I don't see anything with the Giants happening where the Eagles lose unless a catastrophic injury to Jalen Hurts or something like that. And even then, I don't really know. We got the Bills, the Dolphins, the Lions, and then the Commanders. If you want to continue to mark yourself as a legitimate contender, Cowboys, you win these games.
Oh yeah.
Buffalo,
I agree.
I'm not afraid of Buffalo. Maybe the elements because we like to play in the dome.
Yeah.
Buffalo, I'm not afraid of them. Miami, I'm not afraid of Tua. Tyreek is going to be a problem.
Tyreek is going to be a big problem. Tyreek is going to be a big problem.
Detroit, I'm not afraid of Detroit. I'm not afraid of Detroit either. They just got beat by Chicago.
Yep.
But then again, it's any given Sunday. Anybody can have a bad day. I mean, hell, let's talk about the Browns. Flacco is back.
Winning.
Spinning in that damn ball on the field, Joe Flacco. We haven't heard that name in how long? I don't know how long.
Been a while, bro.
Off the couch. They pulled him off the couch, and now he's throwing dimes.
He was buying lumber at Home Depot, and they're like, "Hey, we could use you again."
Oh, Uncle Rico.
Hey.
But this team just they played phenomenal, man. They were ready for it. They were ready for this game. Yeah. They knew they needed it. I bet not hear nobody the rest of this year talk about y'all can't beat a legitimate team. We beat the team with the best record in the NFL. Not in the NFC, in the NFL.
Yeah. Yep. You know, as I was watching that game, and I'm not a Philly fan, but watching them play, you could tell that something was off. Like they were like half speed almost.
We overwhelmed them.
Yeah. No, it was just a simple fact that we outplayed them. It's simple. It was as simple as that. We cut them off at every turn. We didn't give a chance. You heard even the broadcasters talk about it when they said, you know, they're used to dumping off the pass to AJ Brown or Devontae Smith and letting them make those plays after the catch because they were so used to that.
Getting that yak.
And in this game, we were so prepared for that. We shut that shit down before it could even start.
Yes,
so
sir.
our game plan was to shut everything down as far as the defense goes. And as far as the offense goes, we kept the pedal to the metal and just left it there and did not stop. And that's what, I mean, everybody can start to see it now. Everybody can talk all the trash that they want that, oh, the Cowboys haven't played a competitive team yet. They haven't played a team over 500. We beat Seattle and it was still, oh, well, Seattle's, you know, they're kind of wishy-washy. They're here and there. They're not so great. And now we beat the Eagles and it turns into, you've already heard the narrative. Oh, well, you know, the Eagles just came off a huge loss.
The Eagles aren't really as good as their record.
Exactly.
They were really beating some good teams, but they weren't beating them. They were escaping.
And I don't think last week they were still talking about the best team in the NFL right now is the Philadelphia Eagles. Why? Because of their record. Even though they're winning by the skin of their teeth. Oh, they're the number one team in the league. Now all of a sudden The Cowboys beat them, and are we considered number one? No. Who is?
49ers.
The 49ers. Why?
Because they beat our
Philadelphia?
ass. They beat our ass and Philly's ass. How could you not put them in number one?
Look, man. Look.
No excuses.
And
I don't. No, it's not an excuse. I'm not saying that there's an excuse. What I'm saying is that if we're being completely honest, and you mentioned it in previous podcasts before, where you were like, we didn't change the game plan until after the San Fran game. If we play with the game plan that we have now and we see the 49ers again, I'll say it right now. We're waxing that ass when we see 49ers again.
When you got beat,
we will wax that ass. I don't care what you say. We will wax that ass if we see them again.
When you get beat and thumped the way we got beat and thumped, yeah, you better change something. If not, you're fucking dumb.
Exactly.
So yes, we had to change something. It wasn't working.
Absolutely. And I think Big Mike did a great job of making those changes. You know what? Shout out Big Mike. You know, these are gonna be like everybody can go around and give one shout out, and then we'll do our game balls at the end. But my shout out is gonna be Big Mike. Big Mike with an appendectomy on Wednesday, on the sidelines on Sunday, didn't miss a beat, called a flawless offensive game, had his team locked in, ready to go. The other coaches as well that picked up when Mike was out. I mean,
it looked like he lost like 2 or 3 pounds, maybe.
Hey, bro, whatever it was, shout out Big Mike, because he was out there, and hey, he got nothing but my love and respect. That's all I'm saying. That's my coach.
That's
Jay,
your coach?
who's your shout out?
My shout out was going to be him as well, because I mean, I understand, like, most of the time, if you have a surgery, I know me, if I have a surgery, I'm done for the week. Don't check on me. Nothing. Don't talk to me. I'll talk to you whenever I get out of the weeds. But shout out to him, man. Shout out to him.
Hey, I had an appendectomy, and it took me a week before I could get around.
Yeah.
And he's out there standing for 3 hours.
Minus an organ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Julio, what about you, brother? Who is your shout out before we get to the game balls?
You guys gave the shout out to the right guy, Big Mike, but I'm gonna give a shout out to Dan Quinn, man. Having that defense ready to ride, ready to do what they needed to do to keep Philadelphia at bay with no points on the board. I gotta give a shout out to Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn's been doing a phenomenal job this year with that defense. Al Harris, all the defensive coaches have been doing a
unsung
great
hero.
job.
I was going to throw in an honorable mention of Al Harris.
Oh, yeah. So that's my shout out right there. Yeah.
Nice.
That's my honorable mention, Al Harris.
Absolutely. Unsung hero. The guy's got his secondary playing lights out. I love it.
Bro.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So now we go to game balls. And since I started with you last time, Jay, I'm going to start with you, Julio. Who do you give your game ball to, as if we don't already know who it is?
You already know, man. I'm a defensive guy. I love the way that they shut down that offense yesterday, but in particular, Mr. Gilly himself. The old man, the vet coming through clutch, just shutting down everything that came his way. I give it to Gilly. Gilly has been killing it since Diggs has been gone. So that is my game ball. I love the way that he's been playing, the intensity he's been playing with, the physicality he's been playing with. And yesterday he just proved why he still does what he does. He is the man in the secondary right now. So yeah, I give it to Gilly.
Yes, sir. He said AJ Brown called him old before the start of the game. He said, you know what, that lit a fire. I was out there to prove a point. Mission accomplished.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love it. I love it. Jay, what about you, man? Who do you give your game ball to?
Well, you know, I thought that this position was kind of dead. We hadn't had one in a while. And I got to give it to Big Ferg.
Big
Big Ferg.
Big Ferg.
I like his intensity. I like him being a enforcer. It's something that we need across the middle. We need an option across the middle to open things up, and he ain't afraid, thank God. So
there ain't a linebacker in the NFL that's gonna be able to cover Big Ferg, bro.
Oh hell no.
I'm sorry. He's like we discussed a couple weeks ago. He's starting to try to push himself into that upper echelon of Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, George Kittle. I'm not saying he's there, but that's his trajectory if he keeps on doing what he's doing.
You know who he reminds me of a little bit? Shockey.
Jeremy Shockey. I can see that big physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be faster than Shockey though.
No, he is faster, but I'm saying just his like, physical nature of
country boy strong looking.
Country strong. You ain't gonna stop me. Like you can try, but you ain't gonna stop me.
Hey, I ain't never seen Shockey hurdle nobody like Big Ferg. That's 2 weeks in a row, Big Ferg with a hurdle. So I like that, bro. I like that. Trill, welcome to the show, brother. Who do you have as your game ball recipient?
None other than Mike McCarthy.
Big Mike. Hey, we just went around right before you hopped on. We went around and I said, who do you want to give a shout out to for this game? And we all kind of went around. I said Big Mike. Jay said Big Mike, and Julio went with Dan Quinn. We got another one here with Big Mike. Wow. Give us the details on that, Trill.
He called a masterful game, bro.
I'm shocked.
Me too.
Wow.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this because it is a little bit of an overreaction Monday. That's what we're calling it. But I remember when we were talking and I told you, hey, Big Mike, this and that. You was like, he has not earned Big Mike. Has he earned Big Mike now?
He's earned Big Mike, bro.
I like it. I love it.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
Look, bro, these last 7 weeks or so, his game plan has been masterful.
Mm-hmm.
He has been the reason that we won and not a reason that we've lost. None of the questions that I had about him have come to rear their ugly heads. And just being able to come back after having the surgery, standing on the sideline with your guys, those guys showing up for you, bro, that means something. Yep. And, you know, I'm going to give you your praise when you deserve your praise. Or as we say, I'm going to give you your flowers when you deserve your flowers. And I'm going to give you your shame when you need your shame. Right. And these last several weeks, Mike McCarthy has been nothing short of great with his play calling. I mean, you could go Stephon Gilmore. He played a great game.
Yeah.
You know, A.J. Brown had 94 yards, but I think a little bit of that was in mop-up duty when the game was basically over. But even Dan Quinn, bro, I don't think I've ever seen, and I may be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I've ever seen a Cowboys game other than when we shut the Giants out, a defensive game that was called that great. Every play he dialed up was right on time. The blitz was there when it needed to be there. Yeah. The protection was there when it needed to, or the coverage was there when they needed to cover. And those front four, that rotation, we need that to roll on into January.
I think when
Osa playing nice, bro.
When D-Law got back there, I think it was like a half a second. He was already in the backfield, just all over him. Hey, that's what we need.
You know what I love thoroughly? I didn't give a damn that we got a penalty. Was Micah said, to hell with it, I'm gonna set the tone, and he biffed Lane Johnson right in his stupid face.
In the mouth, yeah.
And then he's bleeding everywhere. I'm like, all right, bro. Now we got that blood. Yeah. We coming for that ass, and we sure did.
And you mentioned Osa, but you know Hankins, Nazi Smith, all those interior guys, man,
Mozzie.
they've been getting
He said
after
Nazi
it.
Smith.
Mozzie Smith.
We're not racist, guys. I
At
promise.
all.
I
At
am.
all.
Boy, I almost said something. Almost came out.
Hey, I like that Jay had Julio. Jay, I was with you on Ferg, but the more I think about it, the more I got to go with the guy that outscored Philadelphia by himself, and that's Brandon Aubrey. Mr. Aubrey.
Hey,
Automatic.
First kicker to make one from 60 and 59 in the same game.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
Easily.
those weren't close.
He had more on it too. He had more on it.
It probably could have been a 70-yarder.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been. That net. I mean, when you're kicking from that far, you don't expect that you need the net. You know what I'm saying? Like you're thinking, oh, it's just gonna barely get over the crossbar. No, he was
airing it out.
That thing looked like a damn touchback the way he was kicking it, bro.
But now,
it's funny that you say that because even on 2 of the kickoffs, didn't he hit the crossbar twice on 2 of the kickoffs?
Yeah.
And the ref laughed on the second one.
Yeah,
the ref laughed. So,
and I mean, while we're hyping him up, I do want to make a point that this is inside. So we do have some outside games coming up that we're gonna have to worry about. We might have to worry about, but
can he make those kind of kicks in Buffalo?
In inclement weather.
In 40-degree weather?
Snowing, blowing wind.
I don't think it's gonna snow this week, but it's gonna be cold. And that ball feels like a freaking rock when you kick it.
Boy.
Yeah.
We'll be playing in Miami, which I'm assuming the weather's not going to be that bad. Could be wrong. And then we're gonna play Detroit here, so we're winning that one. And then we're gonna play the Commanders here, so we're winning that one. But it looks like this team is peaking at the right time.
No, we play the Commanders in DC, don't we?
No, we got.
No, we play them here.
Yeah, we
play them here.
2 more road games and then 2 more home games is what I thought it was when I looked at the calendar.
I thought we already played the Commanders here.
Oh no, you're right, T.
Yeah, we should play them in DC.
Washington.
So we got to be road warriors to finish the season.
Yeah.
Yep. The only home game we have coming up is going to be against Detroit.
Okay. I mean,
that's okay. That's fine. We got it. We know how to pack bags.
More than likely, if the Eagles take care of their business, we'll be the 5 seed anyway. So we're gonna have to play on the road. You might as well get used to it now.
No biggie.
And
get used to it against teams that are gonna be in the playoffs.
Yeah. And you know what? And I'm okay with that because I'm pretty sure everybody that's been an ex-athlete knows if you're hot, you want to keep going. You don't want time to rest. So I would rather be the 5th seed and just keep rolling. Just keep rolling. Keep playing. Stay on that hot streak.
I'd rather be the 2 seed and have nothing but home games until we got to play the 49ers, but that's wishful thinking right now.
Yeah.
We shall see. We shall see.
But T, you got any other thoughts on the game before we wrap it up?
Just, whatever we've been doing, whatever that magic sauce is, keep that sauce.
Yeah.
Keep that play calling that we it just seemed like we finally figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Dak had early in the game, he had a couple airy passes.
Ooh.
Felt like he was unsettled, and then he settled down, and
here we go.
We've been seeing. So
here we go.
Gallup showed up. CD been showing up. Everybody showed up. We
showed up.
Yeah, we saw our offensive line be physical at the point of attack and not be the ones getting out physical. So, yeah, man, I think, obviously we're going to take it one game at a time. I feel pretty good going into Buffalo. But you just never know.
7-6 don't scare me, bro.
I mean, it ain't the record that I'm worried about. It's just it's an unfamiliar opponent. Last time we played them, we took a L. Am I scared of their defense? No. Am I scared of their offense? No. But they do have a guy that can air it out, and he's familiar with the weather that they're playing in. So,
and he played well yesterday. So
yeah,
we'll get into
enough.
Yeah, we'll get into the preview of that, I'm sure, later on in the week. But man, I'm look, Victory Monday, Cowboy Monday. Those
how about them Cowboys?
Got sent back to Philadelphia with an L, crying in the goddamn locker room. I'm excited.
Sir.
Nah, bro, they weren't crying in the locker room. He was crying on the sidelines.
Look, bro, but I think I sent this in the group chat, bro. This game felt like a playoff game. The energy in the building.
Oh yeah.
Hell, even watching at home, you could just tell we were worried about the referees. I was surprised that calls fell our way.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it,
bro.
I think he overdid it. He overdid it just to make sure.
Look,
we put it out there, and he was like, "Hey, bro, we can't go out like that. We got to give the Cowboys one."
Man, I scroll in social media. You got Eagle fans talking about Jerry Jones paid the refs,
bro. Y'all 7-0, undefeated with that reffing crew, bro. Come on,
yeah, man.
Bro. You know he had a meeting with them and said, "Look, I got to call it fair this one, guys. I know it's gonna be unfair to you guys, but
the heat is on."
I mean, look, bro. At the end of the day, I hate to have people be like the refs decided the game, which wasn't the case in this game because, like Julio said, y'all came here to kick 2 field goals. That's what y'all came here to do.
Yeah.
Other than the strip sack, y'all didn't do any fucking thing.
Travel all the way from Philly to kick 2 field goals.
But
hey, and you know what? The penalties were 10 to Philly and 7 to us, so it wasn't like 3 penalties changed the whole thing of the game.
There were calls that you could have called that on us, like that holding. I think it was on Tyler Smith on the CD touchdown, and they picked it up. He was holding, but because it didn't impact what he was doing, they picked it up. So I thought that went on. I can't think of the corner name when Brandon Cooks should have almost had the touchdown.
PI? You talking about the pass interference?
Yeah. I'm like, damn, that's not like what is PI now? But nevertheless, calls flew our way. The birds flew down south and flying their ass back up north. And they may not make it there because they look like they in disarray right now.
Bro.
I love it, boys. I love it. So we'll get into our Buffalo prediction later on this week. But for now, we want to thank you. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you for sticking with us.
Sticking
with us.
That's an old Shots Fired podcast reference. Old.
We'll replay that.
Yeah. And so be sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Victory Monday.